Hey everybody, my name is Steve McCraney. I'm a professional cartoonist. I just got done drawing 100 pages of comics in 2 months, and I actually won $30,000. I can't believe it. This week I've been basically just taking a break. That's why I'm horizontal right now, because I am not getting up to do a web show. No thank you. I'm going to stay here on the floor of my room and take a break. Today I'm going to be talking about 1, 2, 3 things that I've learned throughout this contest. I thought you guys might like that. Yeah. Lesson number 1, create out of trust, not out of fear. This was a real big deal for me. When I was a little kid, I dreamed of becoming a cartoonist, and in college I finally got my dream job, drawing comics for a major publisher, and it was wonderful. I published 3 books. They're called Mal and Chad. You can check it out on my website. But a couple of years ago, I realized that they weren't going to renew my contract and that the book hadn't sold enough. And so I got my dream job and then I lost it. And the next couple of years I just spent asking, what am I supposed to do? Like, what can I do to get that back? So whenever I created a story, I was always asking, is a publisher going to like this? Is an agent going to like this? I started studying Hollywood formulas and other techniques for, creating a great log line and things like that. But all my stories would just turn out very flat. I wasn't asking what makes a good story. I was asking what makes a story that will sell. I was creating comics out of fear. When the contest started though, I didn't have time to really think about anything. I just had to work. I had to create something and trust that everything would turn out okay in the end. And I love the results that happened. Usually I'd write a draft of the entire story beforehand so that I know exactly what was going to happen and I knew that it would be a great work, and then I would start drawing it. This time I just started drawing it right away. I don't really have a script, I don't know exactly how it's going to end, and the more I get to know the characters, the less I know about what's going to happen. I've discovered that creating stories out of trust instead of out of fear is a far superior way to create. If you're fearful, you won't make mistakes and you won't take risks, and you won't let your characters do the talking. But if you trust that everything's okay, it allows you to rely on your instinct, your inner voice, which leads to a much more genuine way of communicating and creating art. Lesson number 2, rest. The hardest thing about this whole contest for me was making time to rest. I actually discovered the contest right when I was about to go on vacation. I knew that rest was important and that I had been waiting for this vacation for a long time, but I wanted to get to work. I deliberately had to put my computer away, turn my cell phone off, and just separate myself from the internet so that I could get good rest and actually spend time with my family. Again, it comes down to fear versus trust. If you're afraid, you won't let yourself rest because you don't want to stop working. But if you trust that everything's going to be okay, that's what allows you to rest and take the time that you need to recharge. Lesson number 3, it's about the process, not the results. The thing about a process is it's something you can control, but results and outcomes, that's something you have no control over. When I started this project, I knew that there was a chance I might lose, and so I decided to make the process as rewarding and fulfilling as possible. I focused on having at least half a graphic novel finished by the end of the 2 months. I focused on starting a web show to document the process and share my experience with my friends. I focused on what I could learn from the contest, not what the contest could actually give me. During the middle of the contest, I noticed that the voting system was getting abused a bit. It seemed like some people were downvoting competitors and upvoting themselves. I remember my comic just started plummeting. It made me despair a bit. I started getting worried that all this work I was putting into this contest wouldn't be worth it because I couldn't win the popularity side of it. What really pulled me out of this was focusing on the process, not the results. I don't have control over the results. I'm just going to focus on making the best work I can so that I'll have something to be proud of when it's all over. And those are the 3 things I learned from submitting to the Webtoons contest. Thank you guys for watching the videos. This is the last episode of the 1, 2, 3 Challenge series. Please stay tuned to more videos. I'm going to continue to upload content on my YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks guys! Guys, check this out. When I go like this, there's like this huge vein in my forehead. That's like crazy. Like, what? Gone. What? Weird. That's just the weirdest thing.